What up, it's your boy Jack from Bannertown. I'm back again, posted my first YouTube video in a while the other day. Today I'm back with another one, sort of a reaction video to these would you rathers on Instagram. All these basketball, most of them are players, some of them are scenarios, but I plan on going through, just giving my thoughts on each one, and simple video right there for you guys. Let me know what else you guys want to see me do. I really like stuff like this where I can express my opinion and talk to you guys about what you guys think about it yourselves. You guys can comment down below your opinions and everything like that. I think that kind of interaction is really cool, so that's what I personally like. But if you guys want to see anything, please let me know. Don't hesitate. And yeah, I'm gonna drop this guy a follow, NBA.WYR. Would you rather? He looks like he's solid, does everything really well, and I'm excited to get into this. So yeah, we'll get right into it. Okay, so the first would you rather here is, would you rather have Joel Embiid or Karl Anthony Towns? This is not that hard of a question for me. I'm pretty sure they're sort of close in age. I think Cat's a couple years younger, maybe one or two, but I would take Embiid any day of the week. You got the defense there, which is the one main selling point for me. Cat's getting better on defense. He's kind of straying away from that Cat can't play defense status he had last year and a couple years ago, early in his career, but Joel Embiid's an all-defensive player. He's been in Defensive Player of the Year conversations. And I think that his all-around game is just so much better than Cat's, even though Cat's three-point shooting is top-notch, best in the league, let alone best for centers. So it's tough for me to not take that, but I got to take the defense. I got to go with Joel Embiid here. Okay, now we have, would you rather have LeBron James or Kawhi Leonard? This is a little harder because LeBron James, I think, is the better player right now overall, but Kawhi Leonard is younger, and that's significant. So if you're telling me that I need to build a championship team for the next 5 years, I might take Kawhi. But if you're telling me you need to win a championship this season, build your team around a player, I'll take LeBron James. I think LeBron's the better player right now. It's very debatable. Coming into the season, I was on the Kawhi hype after what he did with the Raptors, and I don't think you can blame me. So I might have said Kawhi at the beginning of the season, but after what LeBron has done with Anthony Davis and the Lakers, I would take LeBron here if you're winning right now. But if you're talking about 5 years, a little bit of a stretch, I'd go Kawhi, but LeBron's the better player, and I think that's what the question is asking, so LeBron James is my answer. Okay, next up, we got Devin Booker or Bradley Beal. This is another question where it depends on what the time frame is, because if we're talking long term, I'm taking Booker, but right now, the better player is Bradley Beal. He's so underrated. I know Booker was an all-star, and I honestly think Beal should have been an all-star too. The guy's averaging 30 points, and I know his team's not great, but Trae Young started the all-star game, and the Hawks are one of the worst teams in the NBA. So I think Bradley Beal should have easily been an all-star this season. I think he's a better player than Devin Booker. Neither of them are spectacular on defense, but I think Beal has the edge there as well. Everyone talks about how good of a scorer Devin Booker is, but has anybody even acknowledged how amazing a scorer Bradley Beal is? I think it's crazy to say Booker is better right now. I just saw NBA list on Twitter ranking shooting guards, and Beal was above Booker, which I thought was really good to see. What are the comments saying? I haven't looked at these yet. Beal, a couple Bookers. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like I said, though, if the time frame is longer, you take the youth in Devin Booker because he has all the potential in the world to be an amazing, all-time scorer. But right now, if we're talking right now in this moment, Bradley Beal is my pick. Okay, next up here we have prime Pau Gasol and prime Marc Gasol. Now, I personally didn't watch a ton of these guys because I didn't get into basketball till maybe the mid-2010s, which is unfortunate because I wish I was around to see some of these guys play. But I know prime Marc Gasol was a beast, but prime Pau Gasol won chips. Winning championships is everything. I know he had Kobe, rest in peace, but I mean, I think I'd have to go prime Pau Gasol here. Because you're talking about not only Pau Gasol and the Lakers, but him in Memphis was a beast too. You forget, these two were traded for each other, which is crazy to me. But Marc Gasol was a great defender, but overall, all time, I think I'd have to go Pau Gasol here. Let's see what the comments say. Pau. Yep, one Mark. Yeah. Pau Gasol stats are just better rebounder, better overall player. Won the championships, got the rings to back it up. I'm going Pau Gasol here, but both are great big men in the all-time grand scheme of things. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Switch it up. Of all time, would you rather be the best stealer or blocker? Now, I don't actually know the answer to this one off the top of my head. This is tough. I think personally, I would have to go shot blocker. Hear me out here. Stealing is probably the more useful. No, I'm not even gonna say that. Stealing has less to do with skill, in my opinion. Stealing is a skill within itself. Meanwhile, like, if you get more blocks, you're better at defense. Does that make any sense? Like, Trae Young can average a steal and a half a game, but that doesn't mean he's a good defender. But if you average 2+ blocks a game, you are a good defender. So I'd rather be known for being a great defender and get my blocks up than have, like, a bunch of steals a game and not be actually that good of a defender. Because, like, Mitchell Robinson's a great defender. Rudy Gobert's a great defender. Kristaps on the Knicks, and even now he's getting back into it, is a great defender. Anthony Davis, Giannis. Meanwhile, like I said, Trae Young. Steph Curry's not a bad defender, but he'll get his steals up, you know what I'm saying? James Harden always gets his steals, but he's not an amazing defender. It's the guys like Marcus Smart, Eric Bledsoe, who do average some steals, but not like the top of the top. So I'd rather be a blocker, a shot blocker, because that means I'm a better defender, in my opinion. I don't know if I explained that very well, but I'm going shot blocker here. Okay, here. Would you rather break Kawhi's ankles or dunk on Rudy Gobert? This one's easy for me. I'd rather break Kawhi's ankles. I've seen people dunk on Gobert. That's not saying he's not an amazing defender. He's still a great defender, the best defensive center in the league. But I don't think I've ever saw a clip of someone breaking Kawhi's ankles. He's so stagnant, so focused every time. I don't think I've ever seen him get dropped. So I want to drop Kawhi Leonard. That's easy, no question. I've seen Paul George get dropped by Jason Tatum, go Celtics, but I don't think I've ever seen Kawhi get dropped. It's probably happened, but I've never witnessed it myself. And I've definitely seen clips of Gobert getting dunked on. So I'd go break Kawhi's ankles. Because I also feel like, to get more into it, it's easier to dunk on a player than it is to break someone's ankles. Because only the elite of the elite have that, ankle breaker ability with the dribble moves. But, anybody can get a dunk. Like Jarrett Culver has a poster this season, Miles Bridges, bunch of Hornets players, Malik Monk, and they're not very good. It's a lot harder. You need a lot more skill to break someone's ankles, especially of a defender of Kawhi's caliber. So I'd go break Kawhi's ankles here. Okay, this is a tough one. I saw Colin Cowherd answer this earlier, I think, and I know who he said. But for the next 10 years, would you rather have Ja Morant or Zion Williamson? Now, Colin Cowherd said Zion, and he said it with enthusiasm. I don't know. Zion's injury prone. He's already shown that. And yes, there's going to be more great point guards than there are going to be super athletic freaks like Zion. But Ja Morant's special, man. I don't know if he's more athletic than Russell Westbrook, but he's the closest thing to a Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook type point guard we've seen in a while. And he's an elite defender. He's going to be... I think I have to go Zion, though, simply because, what Colin said, it makes sense. You know what? Nah, screw that. I'm going Ja Morant. He's proved he can bring a team to the playoffs already. Zion obviously is going to get there. He's going to average more points or whatever, more rebounds, but I'm taking Ja because you need a good point guard to run an offense. You can find guys to build around Ja, but if Zion can't stay healthy, then who knows what's going to happen. I'll take Ja Morant. I'll go out on the wing here. Maybe I'm crazy. Call me crazy. Comment down below if you think I'm a psycho for that, but I'm going Ja Morant because what I've seen this season is just that impressive. So, Ja Morant it is. Okay, would you rather have Embiid and Simmons or Towns and D'Lo? This is easy. I'm going Embiid and Simmons. I'm going with the guys who've both been multiple-time All-Stars. Yes, Cat's been an All-Star once or twice. D'Lo has been it once, but the defense is what it comes down to once again. Embiid and Simmons are both all defensive level defenders. I know Simmons can't shoot, but when you have Cat and D'Lo on the other side who are known for being not great at all defensively, and you have two of the best defenders in the NBA on the other side who are also pretty solid on offense, I'd argue, I'm going to take the guys who've proved it before. Also, Cat has been in the playoffs once and got eliminated in the first round. Same with D'Lo. So I'm going with the guys that have proved they can win in the playoffs even if it hasn't been too much, and they can get there on a consistent level. So I'm going Embiid and Simmons, and this one isn't really that close for me. Okay, next one. Would you rather have prime Chris Paul or Deron Williams? Now, I never got to watch the primes of either of these guys, I would say, but I don't think this is that close. I'm pretty sure Chris Paul just blows Deron Williams out of the water. Prime Chris Paul was a different monster. Chris Paul right now is amazing, and Deron Williams isn't in the league anymore. That should tell you something. Chris Paul, all the way. The assists, the steals, just... I remember back in 2K, I don't even remember which 2K, that I broke Chris Paul's ankles, or no, not even broke his ankles. I stole the ball from CP3, and I thought I was the best player in the game. That was such an accomplishment for me, just because he was that good, and he is that good. I'm going Chris Paul here, not even close, easy answer. For the next few years, would you rather have Luka Doncic or LeBron James? This is the next one. I don't think this is that hard. I'm going LeBron. I'm going to go LeBron here. LeBron showed me that he can win the playoffs. Obviously, he's LeBron freaking James. Luka Doncic hasn't showed that yet, and it says the next few years. So when I see that, I see few years as like 2 to 3. If you're talking 5 years, maybe that's pushing it for LeBron, but I'm going LeBron here. I see the comments saying A. If it's a 10-year thing, obviously Luka, but few years, it means like 3. When I hear the word few, I think 3, and if I'm talking the next 3 years, I'm taking LeBron James to lead me to the playoffs every single year. So, yeah, I'll go LeBron here. Next one, we're only going to do a few more, guys. Would you rather have prime D Rose or prime John Wall? That is very tough because Derrick Rose's prime was so short and so cut short by that injury. And John Wall has been injured for a long, long time. But I think I'd have to go with prime Derrick Rose here. Now, prime John Wall was a 2010 machine, just like Andre Drummond's a 10-10 machine and all these centers are 2010s. John Wall was the definition of a 2010 machine. 20 points, 10 assists, boom, easy. But Derrick Rose proved that he can win. Derrick Rose might not have ever made the finals, but Derrick Rose made the playoffs, like boom, 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 and he got far in the playoffs. John Wall never really did that. I think the farthest he made it was the second round. I understand those Bulls teams were probably better constructed than the Wizards teams, but I'm going with the guy who's proved he can win. And Derrick Rose is so unique. That explosiveness was unlike anything we've ever seen before, and he won an MVP. What else do you want me to say? Prime Derrick Rose won an MVP. Prime John Wall did not. Derrick Rose here. I'll go Derrick Rose. Okay, I think this is maybe one of the tougher ones. Would you rather have Kemba Walker or Kyrie Irving? Now, I'm going to answer the question first, and then I'm going to go into depth. I'm taking Kemba Walker. I'm a Celtics fan. If you guys know Bannertown at all, you know I'm from Massachusetts. Obviously, Kemba has done wonders. While Kyrie Irving may be the better individual player, Kemba Walker is the better player to have on a team, in my opinion. Let me explain this. Kyrie Irving is just not a team player, and I think it's shown time and time again now. I don't think you can argue that, oh no, it's just bad situations, it's unlucky he got injured. No. He left Cleveland. I don't know if it was happy or unfortunate circumstances to which he left. I know he requested a trade, so it couldn't have been that great. He came to Boston, and then he didn't get what he wanted immediately, and so he started blaming the young guys instead of trying to help them. And then he went back on his word, was a locker room problem, all that, boom, done. Then he went to Brooklyn, and we see it repeating again. The Nets are better without him. The Nets have a better record. Maybe that's not true, but the Nets have a positive record without Kyrie Irving. They're a better team without him on the floor. Everyone says he's not responsible for Kenny Atkinson being fired, but I can't imagine him and KD didn't have some say in that. I remember him in the media being like, I don't know if all these guys will be here next year when we go for the title. Like, you can't say stuff like that. That's your teammate. Those are your teammates is what I mean. Though, like, you're playing with these guys every night, and you're just going to bail on them like that. Now all this stuff about starting a new NBA and, oh, we need to focus on the issues. I'm all for focusing on the issues. I think that's very important. It's the most important thing right now in this country. But how are you going to say that you want to start your own league after you say that playing is the problem? So part of you's lying. I just think Kyrie Irving is a complete issue, and Kemba came into Boston with these young guys and with a team that everyone thought would be worse than last year's Celtics team, or at least on paper, and they're better, infinitely better. Jason Tatum, of course, took a step up, and Jaylen Brown did too, but I can't imagine that has nothing to do with Kyrie Irving not being there. You know what I mean? Like, Kemba's the type of guy that will take a step back when he needs to and step up when he needs to, and that's the kind of guy on my team. So my answer is Kemba Walker, and I explained to you my thoughts on Kyrie Irving. Maybe there's some Celtics bias there, but Kyrie's just, what else is there to say at this point? So yeah, guys, I think I'm going to end it there. I think that was a good one to end off on. Little rant at the end for you guys to enjoy on Kyrie from a Celtics fan's perspective. But yeah, let me know what else you guys want to see on the channel down below in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully I'm going to be posting more consistently. I really enjoy these type of videos where I can just talk to you guys about my opinions. And so if you guys want to tweet at me certain things you want me to react to, like videos or more of these Instagram pages to look at, or just any like opinions for me to react to, more quizzes, all of that stuff, I love it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content too that I'm going to be bringing to you in the next few weeks, or and so on and so on. But yeah, let me know seriously if there's anything else you guys want to see. This has been Jack from Bannertown. Thank you guys for watching so much. Peace out.